Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, this is the unveiling of the alcohol ink pots that I did. So I decided to unwrap a couple of them just to see how they looked. And I'm really happy with the effects that I've got on these. So this one here was, I think this was black and silver. So it's come out very mostly silver, but kind of a darker silver, and you've got really cool patterns. The only thing I have found is the ones with the silver leaves a little bit of a grain to it on certain spots where it was a bit thick. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. And this is the orange and black one, but I did two orange and black ones. Pardon me. This one mixed a lot and became out kind of very brown in colour, but that will look really cute with the plant in it. Nice bright green plant will kind of accent this colour off quite well. One side did get like a little frosty where the paint's kind of gone a little bit lighter in areas where it's gone a bit frosty when you've got this darker area. So I'm going to experiment a little bit more with not using the actual alcohol spray and just use the plain inks, because I think that was where what might have been a little bit diluted. But again, really cute. So, and we have the blue one. This is the one that I didn't do on camera. So I only had these 5 that I did on camera, but I had a spare blank spot and I thought I might as well fill it. So I made blue and silver. I don't think I added any black into this. I may have, but not much. I might have just added a touch to give it a little bit of contrast. But again, really nice. But again, the silver has given a couple of little raised areas, so it's not so smooth. It's smoothish, but not as smooth as this one here. But I love this. I'm really excited about how these turned out. This is a really fun way to make pots. I think that I've just turned a cheap little white plain ceramic pot into something that looks awesome and something that looks like you would have actually paid good money for at the shops. So really cool patterning, nice effects, and easy to do. All right, so now we've got a couple more to unwrap. So I'm going to do the green because I think this is going to be one of my favorites from looking at it. The colors are really vibrant and intense. So all as we do is I've left these for nearly 3 days. So it's the middle of winter here in Perth and it has been so cold. We've had nearly 30 days of rain in 30 days. That's how full on it has been. And it's just cold, damp. The days aren't warming up. So I left it for 3 days. They probably would have been fine after 2, but I wanted to make sure. In summer, I reckon these will dry in 1 day, maybe even less. So all as I do is I just unravel it from where I put it into the middle. I just put my hand in there just to hold the pot. And then you just peel this back. And then throw that away. And there we go. Beautiful pot with different cool little patterns in, depending on where the plastic wrap was touching. I did leave a couple of white spots in this pot. It actually doesn't make it look bad. It actually makes it look kind of cool. I wanted something just a little bit different. But again, really loving this. And it kind of gives it a nice, like, little bit of a leaf pattern to put my plants in. So you can do this with bowls. I wouldn't do it with bowls I'm going to eat out of, just because the varnish, but I would use it in like I'd probably put a lolly bowl or something that you'd put on the kitchen table or counter. But look at that. Really, really cool effects. And then all I got to do is just take off the label, and then I'm going to spray these with a sealer, and then I'm going to varnish it with an actual paint tin varnish. And you can do however intense colors you want just by adding more alcohol ink. So the more ink you add, the more intense the colors will be, but it also means a longer drying time. So just keep that in mind. So now we're just peeling it back. So this one here was red and black. And look at that. Really, really cool. So this is where the plastic wrap wasn't touching it firmly. It was kind of like a gap, so it's kind of made it a soft color. And this is where it was touching it and really intensified these colors. But you can experiment. I tried to do these all a very similar way by pushing the Glad wrap or cling wrap up against it in that type of a fashion. But if you kind of just squish it around in different ways, you'll get different patterns. But this is cool as well. Now, my last one, which is the other orange and black. This one's a bit more intense and not so blended. I'm still going to get browns in it because orange and black will make brown. But there's a bit more definition between orange patches and black patches. Look at that. Really, really cool. So this is a bit of a lighter side. So that will always be just at the back. So you'll end up seeing this side. So you can, if you find there's one patch that you don't like the most, you just rotate the pot so then it's not showing from that side. Usually my plant pots are near windows or where you don't see all four sides. Well, the whole 360. But yeah, mix and match and see what you get. But look, beautiful dark orange, then you got browns, and you got the dark blacks kind of going through. The blacks aren't solid because I don't add a lot of the black. I don't want a plain black pot. I can always buy a black pot. I want these beautiful colors to come through. So that's it. And now all you have to do, if you want to clean off any of this alcohol that's on the inside, where are we? Get myself a paper towel. Just going to be a little bit careful with this. Maybe I'll try it on that one there. So make sure that when you do this, you don't get anything on the other pot. So I'm going to spray my cloth with alcohol, just straight alcohol. And then just give it a bit of a wipe. This may take a little bit, depending. So the inside of this pot isn't as sealed as the outside of the pot. But you just rub it, give it a wipe, and it comes off. And you might have to do it quite a few times to get it all off completely. It does depend. I know the inside of this pot is a little bit more porous than the outside. But I actually don't care if there's some alcohol colour showing on the inside because it's going to be full of a plant. So it won't really be noticeable because it's going to have soil there. So let's see how it's starting to come away. That's all you got to do. And you, like I said, if you want it to be absolutely spotless, you just have to do it a few times. But I'm not too fast, so I'm not going to bother. But I will seal these. And just make sure you don't get any alcohol on the hand that you're using to hold your pot, because it will reactivate the pot, and that's what you don't want. Okay, so that's how you can do that. And same with the sticker. I'll take that off. And then I'll probably just wipe the base with some alcohol to get the colour off the base of it. what I will also do is I'll get some little felt dots and put them on the bottom just so it makes it not touching, because I don't actually mind if I've got this alcohol on the base, because if I put the dots, that's not going to touch any surface and mark it. But at the same point in time, I worry if I try to get this part off, I may get little bits come off down on the actual pot. So that's why I actually don't care if that's there, because the once I varnish it, the colour will be sealed in anyway, and the felt feet will just keep it lifted off the surface. So I don't, this is what I've got to spray it with. I've just got this one here, which I'm going to spray outside and probably do 1 or 2 coats, thin coats of this, probably 2 thin coats of this, just to make sure that it's nice and sealed. Then I have so much dust in this room. Then I have this, an exterior clear varnish. So this has got a UV resistant in it. I got it in a satin, so it's nice and glossy. And I'm just going to paint a thin coat over the top of it once it's varnished. And let the varnish cure too a little bit before you do that. So that's how it's going to be. And these here will turn out beautiful. They are alcohol inks, so even with a UV coating, in time they will still fade, but that will make them last quite a long time without actually fading. So that's the best way to look at it, is you just got to try to do bits and pieces. But I will bring you down for a bit of a close-up of some of these, and then that's virtually about it. Awesome alcohol ink plant pots, and like I said, you can do vases, you can do kind of anything that you want. It's just a matter of enjoying yourself and having fun. So let's have a close-up. All right, so here we go. So it's a matter of getting the right lighting sometimes with this. Okay, so here is the, let me pick it up in my hand. Here is the orange and silver, a black one, which is more dominant in its colours. So the black, the orange and the brown have kind of become a bit more separated. And see how you get these nice streaks. You can alternate and do things as much as you like to get these effects. And see all these cool little light and dark streaks and patterns. That's just from the Glad wrap being pushed against it, where it holds and gives you a different assortment of patterns. So we'll place that one down. There is the silver and black one. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's just like down there, it's not 100% smooth. It has a little bit of a, I think just the mica particles just start to show up in it, so you can feel them a little bit. Now here is the green and black. This one looks really cool. Yep, it's got white patches, but that is fine. And like I said, if you don't like one part of it, you just rotate it and have, like, to me, that part there is probably the best. So I'll have that part showing more than anything else. But it's awesome. And this is really, really fun. Is the the red. So this one here, I didn't put much black in. I just put mostly red in. So you've got some shading of darker colors, but it's still mostly just red in different shades, assortments and all that. And the blue and silver with, I think there is a touch of black in there to just darken it up. The silver isn't so shiny, but it does, like sparkly, but it does give some effects. But that would be really, really nice once these are varnished. That's the fun part. You can turn anything that you've got into something really cool. And here's the brownie one. So this was orange and black, but I mixed them more together, so it made a brown. And see how I meant here by it went a little bit light? So it's not focusing. It's kind of got like little fractals in it, like a little bit snowy, but over here it's nice and intense. So I probably won't add as much alcohol in it next time from the alcohol spray. But again, if you don't like this, you can just virtually spray it with alcohol, get the color off and redo it again. Nice and simple. And this is the one that I tried wiping off a bit of the inside. If you wanted to, you could go a little bit more and get all that off, but I wasn't too fast. These colors are just going to get hidden by soil anyway, so I don't see the point in worrying about it. Ooh. Okay, so focus, there we go. So assortment of colors. If you wanted to do a bunch of the same color or a bunch of rainbows, or you can even mix and match more colors than just one or two. I usually find 2 to 3 colors good. The more, just with alcohol ink, the more color you mix, the more likely you're going to get more muddy colors, because there's more colors to blend and it's very liquidy. But there you go. So let me know what you think. So like, comment, share this video and subscribe if you have not already. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. You'll be making your own pots, and I'll see you soon for another pour. Okay, bye.